with the word on this evening. Tell somebody, I am in the God place. Look at somebody else and tell them, I'm in the God place. You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. I wanted to visit for the prophetic colors and numbers and prophetic symbolism is extremely important, and the calendar of God is imperative for us to understand where we are positioned, what it is that we are to expect from the Lord. And the number 21 in the Bible is symbolic or associated with resurrection, death, and rebirth. It is the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new mission. And we see the same idea reflected in modern day traditions. When a person turns 21, they are said to have reached maturity. And in the UK, I thought it was interesting, in the UK they are given what is called the key of the door. And the number 21 is a deeply spiritual number that ultimately brings together the third cycle, the seventh cycle of energy transformation. And we want to take a look at the word of the Lord. Here in Exodus chapter 33, we see a powerful encounter with the glory of God and that hero of faith called Moses. Moses, whose name means one drawn from the water. Moses goes on to become a great emancipator. So listen, God says, before I can take you forward, you need to understand the past or the history. There is always something that precedes the glory, but it is always important that we know our prophetic position according to the timetable of God. And this is the year 5781, and it is the year of remembering. So God says, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to remarry what I have promised to the people of God. And he introduces us to two people that plays a very important part, Baal-Biziam and Eliab. And Baal-Biziam was from the tribe of Judah, and Judah means praise. And Elohim from the tribe of Dan, which was the tribe of judges, and they were both responsible for making the furnishings of the tabernacle. Now we understand that Judah means praise, but why would there be a representative from the tribe of Dan needed? The tribe of Dan meant judge, and not deciding right or wrong, but talking about tribal leadership. Before prophets, there were judges. Judges acted as prophets. So the formula to experience the glory is praise and following the instructions of the leader. So in chapter 31, God establishes the covenant to observe the Sabbath. And in chapter 32, Moses goes up to seek God, and the children of Israel becomes restless. And they make a golden calf. And Moses asks, who here is on the Lord's side? And the Bible says that it was the sons of Levi that stepped forward. An order of execution was made by God, and the sons, according to the word of the Lord, the sons of Levi killed 3,000 on that day. And understand this, there are some executions that you're going to have to leave to the hands of the priest. There are some things that can only be put to death by the leader. God says, listen, I have given the power of life and death. It's in the power of the tongue. So there are some things that the leader has to put to death. So now here in chapter 33, God says, take them up to the promise. Not that they deserve it, but because I promise. So here we see the glory at the end of chapter 33, and in order to get that glory, we see an exchange between God and Moses. And it would be funny if it wasn't frightening. It begins in a wonderful way. Verse 1 says that the Lord speaks to the people of God, and listen at what he has to say. He says, leave this place. You and the people that you have brought out of Egypt and go to the land that I promised. An oath that I promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying that I will give it to your descendants. And I begin to pray concerning you, Pastor Daise, and think it not strange that you are here at the Doubletree at your 21st year. God says, I'm saying to you, the reason why I had to take you out of the building was because I needed you to leave this place.